As we see here, Malcolm Smith earlier this evening coming in. He will be in the co-main event of the evening, taking on Garrett Gross out of American Top Team. Malcolm Smith has had a bit of time off. He told me that he is ready with no cage rust whatsoever. Malcolm Smith says, I got Garrett Gross's number. But we move on next into our featherweight tournament. It is the second fight of the night as we see Auhston Midkiff taking on Bob Hinchcliffe.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out our next bout of the evening tonight. Fighting out of the blue corner, Auhston Midkiff.
Auhston Midkiff making his way to the cage tonight. He comes to us by way of Hans MMA. The 15-5 striker tells me that he is absolutely ready for this tournament. He worked his cardio like there was no tomorrow for it. He said that he is coming off of a win. He feels that that is what is going to propel him into taking the win tonight. Auhston Midkiff getting greased up here. He told me that his game plan tonight is all about being able to avoid the karate stylings of Bob Hinchcliffe.
This is one of these fights, Jeremy, where they're both very tall, long, and lengthy. Midkiff had a lot of trouble making weight. He was surrounded with a great team in Hans MMA. They really had to literally physically pick him up and make him make weight. And I've seen Auhston Midkiff in the past, let's be honest here, I've seen him quit.
Yes.
And I think it was a very smart move of him to switch teams, go to some guys, and they said, listen, if you're gonna train with us, you're gonna learn how to make weight. And I was extremely impressed with what he did. Auhston really showed a lot of heart and really stepped up to the game. Showed me he really wants to be a fighter.
Yes, since moving to Hans MMA, Auhston has definitely turned things around.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner this evening, Bob Hinchcliffe.
Bob Hinchcliffe making his way to the cage now. Bob Hinchcliffe is a third-degree black belt in karate. He is one of those fighters that says, my footwork and timing are what is going to take the win tonight. He told me that the love of competition is what brought him into the world of mixed martial arts, and he is ready for this tournament tonight. As we get ready for our tale of the tape, Auhston Midkiff, 23 years old, 6'2", 145 pounds out of O'Fallon, Illinois. Bob Hinchcliffe, 28 years old, 5'9", 145.8 out of Springfield, Illinois. Two very evenly matched, but Auhston is definitely the taller fighter here.
He is, Jeremy. This is one of these fights, and I'm extremely proud of to be Shamrock FC president to say these are the type of guys that we really like to promote. They're both very young, clean-cut kids, good guys outside the cage, not just inside the cage. They both are very good strikers, long, lengthy. They're both very similar in a lot of different ways. Bob Hinchcliffe is, I mean, he's an absolute delight to be around outside the cage, and inside the cage, he's a different person. Auhston's going in, he's in the Police Academy, which I find very unique. One of the nicest spoken kids out there, very well mannered, and also has got a violence in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by Supplement Superstores. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs in at 145.9 pounds. Fighting out of O'Fallon, Illinois, Auhston Midkiff. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the ring out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 145.8 pounds. Fighting out of Springfield, Illinois, Bob Hinchcliffe.
Referee Mike Englund has the call for this fight. This is our second fight in the tournament. This one we'll see who takes on Edrick Dillard.
This is interesting, and now let's not jump to conclusions here because I'm not sure Edrick Dillard is able physically to go back and fight.
Yes, he will have to pass a doctor's checkup again before he fights. Hinchcliffe coming out very quickly with those feet. Both fighters are very tall. Auhston switches stances quite constantly. Whoa! Big slip, takes a knee.
That's the danger of kicking early, Jeremy.
Midkiff is trying to move away here from the cage, trying to get out of this guillotine position. Midkiff doing a good job here of keeping the pressure, but Hinchcliffe is landing some big knees to the body.
Very well matched fight again, Jeremy. This is one of those that it's exactly how I saw it going, in a sense of grappling-wise.
Oh, Auhston is locked up in a guillotine.
Yeah, he is locked up. He's got to be careful not to burn the arms out here, though. Auhston needs a posture on his head, get up on the top of his head instead of trying to fight the hands here. Simply tripod and let Bob try to burn his arms out.
Halfway through 1-on-1 here, Auhston has got one of those hands released.
He's out of that right now. Auhston needs to posture up and start raining down punches. Bob needs to use this cage and get up.
Auhston doing a good job here of keeping Hinchcliffe against the cage. He's got to keep that pressure on.
If I'm Hinchcliffe as coach, I'm going to tell him to wizard and wizard down hard and use the cage to get back up here.
1 minute remaining here in round one. Midkiff trying to lock up a guillotine himself. Very hard to finish it without any legs in, though. Midkiff now has to worry about not burning his hands out as he's trying to push that.
I tell you, it looks like the winner, and this is
Auhston Midkiff has put Bob Hinchcliffe to sleep.
Wow. He was to sleep. He was out. And that is a big surprise coming right there.
Bob Hinchcliffe is still not quite with us. Auhston Midkiff has one of the best standing guillotines that he was able to transfer there to the ground.
Absolutely. Good job for him. And you know one thing that Auhston has going for him in this, Jeremy, is he won in the first round. Edrick Dillard had a grinding, hard fight there.
Very interesting. As we see our instant replay, Midkiff pushing that guillotine over.
He did. He put him in. Good call by Mike England here, Jeremy.
Right on top of the action. So, Jesse, that sets up our tournament finale. It's Auhston Midkiff taking on Edrick Dillard.
Absolutely. I hope they're both physically able to continue. And if they are, we got it once again. We got striker versus grappler. This is two guys that you could go with Auhston and Brandon Pearson. Dillard's going to beat the long striker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight has ended at 2 minutes and 22 seconds of round number one. Your winner from guillotine out of the blue corner, Auhston Midkiff.
Auhston Midkiff taking the victory and moving on in our tournament. They will fight again later on. We will see Auhston Midkiff taking on Edrick Dillard. I got to tell you, the tournaments are amazing. It is the way of the old school mixed martial arts. It's like the original UFC and Pride days. And we've got it coming where we'll see Edrick Dillard taking on Auhston Midkiff. But we have more action to come as we have a kickboxing match right after this.